Hey guys, how's it going today? So today we're going to be exploring a Chrome extension that I made. It's called the GTM Variable Builder, and I'll show you how to extract text from a website, in this case an order confirmation page, to then pass along to Google Tag Manager, store as a variable, and then send to GA4 or let's say a Google Ads conversion tracking tag. All right, so let's do that. What we'll do first is we'll navigate over to the Chrome extension page. So Chrome extension. I don't have a bookmark, so we'll actually go the traditional way. Google search, click on this. All right, and we'll type in GTM variable builder. This is the first step. We have to install it. Okay, and here it is. Look at this. I built this so long ago that back in the day, variables were called macros. I should really change that image. Okay, let's click this. Click on Add to Chrome. Bleep blop blorp, add extension. Okay, it's ready to go. We have to make it visible here first. So let's pin it. Cool. So now we'll do a couple other things. Okay, so I have a test website set up, and I've got it in a folder on my other screen. So let's actually push that over to a server space so the website comes alive. Okay. Now I use this website called Netlify or Netlify. I'm not exactly sure how it's pronounced, but it's a really quick way to bring your basic static HTML website to life. Now what I do is whenever I do some testing, I'll create a new one. So I'll go to Sites, add a new site, and I'll click on Deploy Manually, and watch this. So I've got my order summary test site. It's in a folder in my other screen here, but I'm going to drag it over here. I'm just going to let go of my mouse. Okay, it's uploading. So this mimics a traditional SFTP kind of deployment, except it's better. It's got better security, and it allows you to kind of, how sometimes your URLs will say .html? You can actually remove that from your naming convention, and it'll look like a really sophisticated modern site, So index doesn't need to say index, and the other links can just say / whatever the link name is. I mean, it's got a whole bunch of other technical pros, but really that's the fast deployment, and then having it look that way in the browser URL bar is a plus for me. Anyway, while I was talking, this was working. So let's click on this and check it out. So this is my fake website, but it's good enough to show you how the Chrome extension works and how all of the stuff will work. Okay. So super quick, we're going to open up Google Tag Manager, and we're going to create an account for this fake website. Let's call it fake website video for country Canada. Okay, fakesite.com. The website, it's not an app or a server-side GTM container. We're going to hit create. I read all this, so I accept. Click yes. Now we have to actually install the Google Tag Manager code snippet into the site. So we'll do that. So we'll leave this here. And we'll open up our website in my other monitor. I'll bring over the code in just a sec. I usually use Sublime Text on my Mac as an editor for HTML, but as you can see, here it is. Here's the code for the site, right? Okay. So I'm going to bring that over. I'm going to copy this. So it says paste this code as high in the head of the page as possible. So I'm going to copy, bring it back over. Let's look for head. Here it is. It's usually the first thing. Okay, so paste. Not done yet. So additionally, paste this code immediately after the opening body tag. Okay, so there's that. And I'm gonna paste that and show you. Body. Found that right here, opening body. And paste that there. Make it look nice. A lot of it needs to be made to look nice, but for now, it's good enough. Just want to make it so it's easily accessible in the future. Okay, so I've made those changes. So I'm going to go back over here to Netlify, and I click on Deploys. And since I've made an HTML code change in my folder, I'm going to paste it back, I'm going to push it back over here to Netlify. This is like, making an update because we made a code change. Okay. So we haven't quite got to the Chrome extension just yet because we're adding GTM, and the Chrome extension is really made for GTM. So I wanted to show you how to add that to your HTML first. So let's see, we'll use Tag Assistant, another favorite extension of mine, to see if GTM has been installed. Oh, look at that. So I clicked on Tag Assistant and it shows me that is the container that we've made inside GTM, and it has been installed. All right, let's go back over to GTM, fakesite.com. Okay. Whenever there's a new GTM installation, I think the product team needs to know about this, but I always notice in the variables section, there's only 5 of them turned on. Now by default, I turn on all of them because you never know when you're going to need at least the majority of them. There's a lot of these you're not going to need, but at least the click ones are very necessary. The form ones, super necessary. So when you install GTM for the first time, just go in here and click on all of them. Okay. Perfect. All right, let's go back over to our test site. And just to start things off, we're going to right click in this space here, click on Inspect, and we'll go over to the console just to get things ready for what we're about to do. All right, back over to the GTM. Let's go to Tags. Now we'll click on New, and we'll say Google Ads Conversion Tracking Tag. Make your naming convention nice, just so it's easily accessible in the future, and that you don't have to go searching for it once you have 20 million tags. And we'll say order for confirmation page. Okay. Now let's pretend we already went to Google Ads and we grabbed the conversion ID. We already grabbed a label. Okay. And what we don't have is the value. So the conversion ID pertains to your Google Ads account. The conversion label pertains to the conversion action in your Google Ads account. The conversion value, you can make a static value. Let's say there's a recurring price of, I don't know, $49 a month. If it's a SaaS business, you can just write 49. The currency, Canadian dollars. But for the purpose of this demo, we want the conversion value to be dynamic. So in my test site, we have the ability to add add-ons, right? So imagine you have a static value plus you're adding some additional add-ons. So the final cost will actually go up. So let's use our Chrome extension to add a dynamic value. Typically a developer could do this for you, but many times they're not available and they're super busy. So using the Chrome extension is a really quick way to scrape the value from the DOM, right? The document object model. Okay, let's do that. Let's create a dynamic value for our conversion. Okay, done this. We go here and we highlight this value on the site. Click our Chrome extension. So it outputs things here, right? So paste this into the console to test. Let's do that. Let's see if it worked. It did. So it created the code for you. It created the JavaScript for you to be able to test it. It also created the JavaScript for you to be able to create a variable inside GTM. So let's grab that as well. Since we've already tested it, we know it works. So let's go back over to GTM and click on this Lego block here. And now we're going to look for nope, it's not here. We're going to click on plus new variable. So we're going to say, I don't know. I always like saying sort of like a descriptor for this area, and then dash the location of where the thing in GTM is firing. And I always use title case as well. So I'll click here to choose a variable type, and I will click on custom JavaScript. Sorry, I was thinking there for a second. And then I pasted what was in the console. So we'll click save. Perfect. All right. Now we need to set up triggering. So what about the site is unique in the URL where we can get the this particular conversion tag to fire? Okay. Well, in this case, there isn't anything unique that pertains to the order confirmation page. But let's just grab anything, right? We'll pretend that something says order confirmation. We'll grab this, Netlify, from the URL. And we'll say, for the trigger, click here first, plus, say, order. We'll say page view, some page views, and we'll say page URL contains Netlify. Right? If this were a real example, it would be page URL contains order-confirmation or contains confirmation, right? Perfect. Let's hit save. And then let's publish. So I'm going to submit. You should preview before you publish, but I'm going to just publish. Oh, also good practice. Let's write something here. Added variables through GTM. Very descriptive. Publish. Sing like nobody's listening. I'm not gonna sing for you guys. That wouldn't be good. My Opera needs some work. Okay, so we'll click X out of there, go back to the workspace, and then watch this. So we'll go back to our site. We'll refresh, and then we'll check Tag Assistant. Hey, look at that. So it says 2 before it said 1. And check this out. So we got GTM and we've got Google Ads conversion tracking. So it's got our conversion ID, it's got our conversion label, and look at this, the dynamic value that was captured via our Chrome extension. Awesome, guys. Hope this was helpful. So check out the Chrome extension, GTM Variable Builder, and set up a Google Ads conversion tracking tag with a dynamic variable. Cool. So you don't need to know how to code. You just need to know how to download extensions. All right. Thanks so much, guys. Bye-bye.